Welcome back. I was running out of kimchi, so I thought I'd share my go-to mat-kimchi recipe. It might look intimidating, but with the core ingredients, anyone can do it. It's way less labor intensive than the whole head version, easier to brine, and you can eat it the same day. Let's get started. I start with the head of Napa or Wombok cabbage. I cut down halfway, then tear it apart by hand. I then quarter it and remove the core. Those tiny baby inner leaves can go straight into the bowl. For the larger outer leaves, I slice them lengthwise first so they aren't too wide, then chop them into bite-sized pieces. I already rinsed it quickly just to remove a bit of dirt and grit, and we are ready to salt. Using 1 cup of sea salt, I salt these in batches, layer by layer, a few handfuls of cabbage, a sprinkle of salt, and repeat. It looks like a mountain now, but it will reduce in volume quickly. Add 1 to 2 liters of water and let it sit, flipping every 30 minutes. The goal is to draw out the water. Mine took 2.5 hours, but everyone's climate is different, so trust the snap test. If it snaps instantly, it's not ready. You want it flexible enough to bend, only snapping under real pressure. That's the sweet spot. I then tip the salt water out, rinse the cabbage 3 times, agitating it gently in water rather than washing it too vigorously. Let it drain for 30 minutes. While the cabbage drains, I grab a handful of dried kelp dashima. I bring 2 cups of water to a gentle boil, add the kelp, and simmer for 7 minutes. Once it's done, let it cool. If you don't have kelp, you can even use plain water. These are the basic foundations for your kimchi seasoning, starting with the aromatics, garlic, ginger, and red chili. Then our 3 main flavor profiles, salty Korean shrimp or saeu-jeot, and fish sauce, sweet plum extract and Asian pear, and gochugaru for that signature heat and color. Let's quickly prep the ingredients to blend into a puree for kimchi seasoning. I peel my pear, which you can replace with apple or additional plum extract or even sugar. I trim the tops off the garlic. I thinly slice ginger and I dice it quite finely so this blends well, and the red chili is chopped up as well. Everything goes into the blender, along with half a cup of cooked rice to help the fermentation. Add some of your kelp broth to help it blend. Then whisk it until it's a smooth, vibrant puree. Pour that puree into a bowl. Add the rest of the ingredients such as salted shrimp and the fish sauce for that saltiness, followed by gochugaru, chili flakes, and a touch of sweetness from 매실, plum extract. Add the rest of your kelp broth and mix well. Remember to taste your paste. It should taste slightly salty but not too salty. Adjust seasoning by adding more sweet, more chili flakes to your liking. Now it's time to mix the paste with your drained cabbage. Make sure to use a big enough bowl. I actually had to switch mine because it was just too tight. You want to gently but thoroughly toss every single piece in that vibrant red sauce until it's well coated. I'm adding some chopped scallions for extra color and flavor. You can actually eat this right away. If you enjoy it fresh, a little sprinkle of sesame oil on top is amazing. For fermentation, I will leave this on the counter for 1 day at room temperature before moving it to the fridge. It's a perfect balance of a spicy kick, salty umami, and a refreshing tangy crunch. Give this beige version a try first. I promise you'll want to make it again and again. If you enjoyed this video, let me know with a like, a comment, and by subscribing for more tried and true recipes. Thanks for watching.